Thor and Valkyrie team up to protect the Earth for the scum of the universe. Oh, wait. You won't remember any of this intro. This review is the greatest thing you've seen, ever. So we have Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson starring as agents H and M respectively. The basic plot of the film is that they have to protect the Earth from an alien force who is intent on overtaking other worlds. They have good chemistry together, but it feels a little less natural than it did in Thor Ragnarok. And I think that's because in Thor, they were able to ad-lib a little bit more, you know, and so they played off of each other and they riffed off each other. And in this, it feels just a little bit more structured. Now, it's not to say that they don't work well together and that they are not convincing, because they are. It just, sometimes it felt just maybe a little stifled or a tiny bit forced as compared to Ragnarok. And of course we're going to draw comparisons to Ragnarok because you have two of the leads in both films together. So, you know, what are you going to do? Kumail Ninjiani plays the friendly little alien Pawnee. Now, he is the comic relief of the film, and he has a bunch of great lines, and he is pretty funny, but sometimes he feels overused. Like, it's just, okay, I got it. And so that makes some of the jokes less funny, if that makes any sense. I mean, when there's too much of a good thing, it's just kind of like, okay, no, stop. But he's snarky and he's sarcastic, and I really liked him. And a lot of the time, he worked really well. And it was driving me nuts as I'm hearing his voice, because I'm like, gosh, I know who this is. And yet I don't until the credits rolled, and then I was like, oh, yep, that's exactly who it was. And I like his delivery. I like his humor and his comedic timing, and even just the way that he voices things. But again, just at points, it felt too much. The special effects in this are really, really good, except for one point when Hemsworth and Thompson were on this rocket bike type of thing. Right then it looked like they were on a green screen. It didn't look as natural as all of the other CGI stuff that we see. All of the special effects were almost flawless. I mean, the textures were awesome. They looked really great. They didn't stand out in an unnatural way. I mean, it looked like everything fit within this world, and I loved that. And I mean, even when there was like fights or in quick action scenes, it really worked well together. And there's also some really cool special effects and graphics that surround the antagonists of the film. They're these alien beings that just have this, I don't know, it's like this space aura around them. It's like you could look through other galaxies, and it's weird and it's awesome all at the same time. I mean, it was just beautiful to look at, and it fit really well, and it didn't look like it was CGI. I mean, to me, it was like, wow, they did such a great job with just integrating what we're seeing on screen, you know, the generated stuff with the live action, and that was killer. And they do some really cool stuff with matter. I mean, they can control matter in wild ways, and so it's a lot of fun to watch them and see what they do. Especially at one point, they're on the ground, just like kind of being subdued a little bit. And they have fun with that. And that was great to watch too. I mean, just again, more special effects. There are parts of the story that are predictable, but I don't think it takes away from the overall entertainment and enjoyment of the film. Now, at some points when the action lulls, so does the story. So you feel a little bit of that pace just kind of come to a halt, and you're kind of like, okay, this is kind of interesting, and I'm pretty engaged, but can we speed it up just a little bit and get to some more fights or some more chases or gun battles or whatever that is? So is this latest installment of MIB worth checking out? I think so. It's fun, fairly engaging, decently funny, and has some good action. It's exactly what I expected it to be. Just a fun, entertaining summer movie. There's no sex or nudity, but some profanity and violence. I give Men in Black International 4 out of 5 couches. What's your favorite movie that has aliens in it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for catching with me.